The National Democratic Congress has been reacting to the president's statement on fighting corruption. Its General Secretary Johnson Asiedu Nketiah earlier addressed the press.
The General Secretary of the NDC, Johnson Asiedu Nketiah, popularly known as General Mosquito, asked President Akufo-Addo to be truthful about issues of corruption in the country under his tenure. He says Ghanaians have lost faith in the ability of the NPP to weed out corruption as they had promised.
How the president can turn around in the face of this glaring evidence and blame his political opponents is further proof of the bubble of denial which he lives in. Many Ghanaians have been outraged by the president's claim that he has taken action in the legion of corruption cases recorded under him.
Let's bring you some other stories, and NAD has joined NAGRATS in declaring a strike in some 6 regions across the country. The strike is over unfavorable working conditions. There's more in this report.
The Human Resource Management Information System, HRMIS, is linked to both government budget and payroll used by the Ministry of Finance and the Comptroller and Accountant General's Department to prepare, budget and process the payroll of public teachers across the country. The HRMIS, which was introduced and implemented in phases, began in 2012 and has 2 branches. The system was, among other things, to ensure effective HR planning, efficient budgeting and payroll management, and address the problem of multiple stand-alone human resource data in most MDAs and MMDAs, which result in many challenges such as the existence of more than one and varied records on an employee. But teachers are concerned about the irregularities with the system.
The issue has to do with our human resource information management information systems that is being operated by the Public Services Commission. It is completely not compatible to the scheme of service of the GES. That's what we are asking, that it be withdrawn and then proper measures are put in place to ensure that at least the problems are resolved.
To some other stories, and the Electoral Commission has commenced the voter exhibition exercise today. Now, this exercise would afford Ghanaian voters the opportunity to cross-check their names in the National Electoral Roll. Our correspondents have been sending us reports across the country on what exactly has been happening, which includes, of course, lots of challenges.
On the first day of the voter exhibition here in Sekondi Takoradi, I have come to Etwase Police Station A and B, which is about 1,372 expected voters here. And today, we just want to find out from the police station official how many people have actually come through to see their names since the setup. Chief, when did you set up, and then how many have come to check?
Okay, so far we started work around 10, and so far only one person have been here to check for his name in Etwase A, so no one again, and then total voters that we are expecting is to be 1,372. Yeah.
What do you think is accounting for the delay? Is it because you didn't set up early?
No, I think it's just a normal actual behavior of we Ghanaians, and I know through the course of the duration of the whole exercise, they will come around.
There's been an upsurge in crime in the central region. Just 2 days ago, a chief was shot at Gomwa Fete. Prior to that, 2 policemen were also killed in cold blood here at Gomwa BUDUMBURAM in the central region. In today's edition of the City Newsroom, we're looking at why there's an upsurge of crime in the central region, what all the stakeholders involved are doing to deal with the matter, and why we're seeing this rise in crime here in the central region. I'm going to start the story by joining residents of the BUDUMBURAM camp, where some reports of harboring of criminals are being reported. Are these reports really the case? So these are houses. Yeah, these are houses. People live here. So this is a compound sort of. Around here are houses. If you, my camera can take that. This is where somebody lives, on right on my left side. Right behind me is also somebody's house, and also over here is somebody's house. So gives you an idea of the conditions here at the BUDUMBURAM camp. But how long have you guys lived here?
Actually, I've been living here over the past 9 years.
So you came originally from where?
From Liberia. I'm a Liberian.
Okay. And you?
Me, I've been here since 89.
You're also from Liberia?
Yes,
Okay.
from Liberia.
Okay. So how are conditions here? We've seen the conditions here. They don't look good to us, but you live here. What are the conditions like over here?
There are a lot of things over here that are not proper, and there are a lot of things over here that people face that are not normal in other communities, especially for this area, because the camp is a big place. They have some other places, but for this area, the people face like police harassment, and then people face, like you see the shelter here, and there are so many things.
Why are you facing police harassment? What are you doing wrongly that the police are harassing you?
Oh, it's not about the police is doing their job. We welcome the police in any time, because mostly when you hear something happens in this region, people conclude to be the camp. Sometimes things doesn't even happen.
Where is it happening? Not in the camp where?
Yeah, but like the most recent dangerous one we know about was a guy who shot a policeman. It didn't happen in this camp. It happened miles away from here. That is
the people, those who shot them, they are not from this camp?
They're not from the camp. They don't live on the camp either.
So here in BUDUMBURAM, we have come to speak to the paramount chief of this particular land. He's a traditional ruler, and we want to have an understanding and perspective of what exactly BUDUMBURAM is, how did this community become what it has become, who lives here, and how long they've lived here for, and what seems to be the new challenge that is cropping up. We've come now to the residence of the paramount chief now of this particular traditional area, and then I'm going to invite him now to City Newsroom. Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What is your name, please, respectfully?
Well, my name is Nana Kwabedi Akon, Jasine of Aborewu Sichudan royal family.
So you are the traditional ruler of this area?
Really, and a caretaker of Gumwa Traditional Council.
Okay. When BUDUMBURAM is mentioned, for many Ghanaian people, it has to do with a refugee camp which hosted Liberians. What do you remember about the setting up of this camp?
Really, it was when they were coming, it was my uncle, Nana Borewu Sida 19, who gave the land to the refugees. During that time, then this fighting has been already done. So my uncle told the elders that they should go and see the people at the BUDUMBURAM, because Ekwam is near really BUDUMBURAM. So it was my uncle who gave the site to the Liberian people.
I see. And they've been living there for a number of years now, but they've since been told to leave, haven't they?
Yeah. Oh, they have been told to leave. And even at all, much of them has gone.
So what's happening in the camp now?
The camp, the camp really has turned like land guards.
A den of language.
Really a headquarters of this thing, land guard.